Hello everybody, my name is Space. Welcome back to the T0 to T6 Abyss series. We're going to be testing out the Zealot again, our cheap Zealot that we're going to be using in the T3 Electricals very soon. We have to test it out though more on the test server just to make sure that everything is going to go smoothly when we bring it on Tranquility or when we start using it on Tranquility, because I have in fact bought it on Tranquility. So we'll grab some filaments right here. Fierce Electrical. Thank you very much. Okay, I'll grab this. We can actually grab a bunch of these in case we want to run more later. And unlock. We're not using any implants, we're not using any boosters, we're not using any drones, in fact, because we've got so bad skills. We've just got some basic Tech 1 drones in our drone bay, and we can only use one at a time because our skills are so bad. So you can see we've got 10 drones of Tech 1 drones, but we can't use any of them. And I actually saw that yellow box over there. I thought someone was yellow boxing me. But that was just my paranoid thoughts. So let's see right here. These resists, oof, they're so good. Okay, let's get to work. I wonder how this will go. I'm curious how Newton waves will form. And these kind of waves, little frigate waves that can give me big problems. I was actually very curious about this. So we'll try to avoid that blue cloud just to make things a bit harder. And the tracking partner right there, just to give like a bit of a worst case scenario kind of situation. Because these kind of Damavik waves can cause big problems. They have so much, we have so much tracking issues. But we're getting some decent hits, but it's because we've got the tracking assist right here. If we didn't have the tracking assist, it would have been a lot more grazing, I can imagine. Webifier here. So we'll go out of range of this tracking pylon, and we will try evaluating the effectiveness of our tracking these little small targets who are ghosting us at the same time as well. Because you can see we're getting grazing and we've still got the tracking assist, but the thing is these guys are close to us, so I think they're the tracking pylon is or our their guidance disruptors are playing more of a role. So you can see here we're not even able to take out this guy. That right there is quite alarming. Like, not being able to take out this guy, that is not a good sign actually. And we're even using the tracking assist right here. It could be a lot worse. Now we're not got any tracking assist. Okay. So, okay, we're still getting some hits if we just keep moving. The worst would be if there's webbing guys as well, because then we could not move even at all. So we're not able to take this guy out. Doesn't seem like we're able to take this guy out. We do not have enough tracking. So what can we do about this to solve this tracking issue right here? Well, one thing we could do is train our drones, because our drones will act as some good complementary DPS to take out these small guys right here. Another thing could be to train our tracking skills, because we've still not got perfect tracking skills. That could be also a thing. But this is a very good representation of what something bad could happen, and exactly what I was fearing about encountering in the T3 Zealot fit we've got right here. So this is unfortunate to see, because it definitely means that we're not fully ready to take this into the Abyss. We would have to find a solution to this, but what we can do here, at least when we're testing this out, we can just go to the blue cloud and we'll solve this problem straight away. We could also try to take out some of these rogue drone frigates. I think we probably could take them out, but I don't see how that's going to really solve much just going for them. Okay, now we're doing some more damage. I think we changed angle a bit, it helped a bit. Just change angle a bit, maybe it helps a tiny bit. If you change angle, does that maybe help a little bit? Like, we were getting some good hits right there for a second. Can maybe approach here. Because Multifrequency is the best tracking we've got. Better than Conflag. Conflag would hit even worse than this. Yeah, even when he's fully webbed, it's not doing much. And he's just repping it all up, because all the Damaviks, they all love to rep each other, so they're just repping himself up. We're tanking just fine. Oh, now we could solve this. But this is exactly what I was fearing. That these kind of problems would occur. without the usage of drones, because drones could probably help us like take him down slowly but surely, but here we're just missing completely everything. I'm not able to do anything because they've got ghosts, so they're making us worse at their tracking than it usually would be. Plus we have just generally speaking a little bit worse skills than I would on my perfect account, but it should be alright here when we go to this blue cloud. So it's a good test right here. This is a perfect example of why you need to test your fits before you use them straight away on the main server. You need to test your stuff, guys. Very important. You can get like these hypothetical situations, think, what could go wrong, but you can sometimes encounter things you don't predict. In this case, I did predict this because I've run a lot of abyss sites before, but I was just thinking, what could be a worst case scenario? Because we were tanking everything, no problem. So, okay, what could otherwise kill? It's tracking, because we can't track very well with this ship if stuff is really close. You can see here, even though we've got the blue cloud, we're still you're getting like full damage as well. So, you can definitely not get. It's definitely like a dangerous situation to be in these kind of ways where you can not track anything properly. What we could do is perhaps, I don't know if this would work, but we could maybe spread out our damage a bit, because then they'll make them shoot other targets, perhaps. I don't think that's going to do much, but it might help a little bit, because it's just going to be even less DPS on this guy. So I don't see how that's going to help. Yeah. We need more DPS than this guy right here. We take out some rogue drones at least, but they are not the big issue right here. The Damavix are the big issue. They're causing all the problems with the tracking disruptors and all this kind of stuff. Look at this multi-body tracking pylon, perhaps. What is our range? Oh, it could also be that we're not in range, actually. Look at our range, because we've got a really short range because of the ghosters. Not only the tracking, but also just the overall range. So maybe if we go a little bit closer. Let's try going a bit closer. Keep a range 2.5. Yeah, look, we're getting some decent hits now. Yeah. Okay. So it was actually because we were not in range, I think. Maybe. Probably the blue cloud is helping a lot as well. But you can see we're actually able to hit now that we're in our optimal range, because, I mean, if you're not in your optimal range, you can't hit anything. So this maybe was what was... Yeah, we're getting through. Great. Okay, never mind. Now we're not able to hit properly. Where's the little smug guy? Go a bit to the side right here. Now we're outside the blue cloud. That's why we're not able to hit properly. Come on, just get some hits. Some just normal hits. Go a little bit to this. I can see he's going this direction, so we're just going to try to match his path, perhaps. Yeah, okay, he's going down soon. Come on, Dama. There you go. Keep it range. 5 kilometers. Look how much time we've spent in this one wave right here. It's really good we didn't just jump blindly into the T3 abyss. This is why you test. This is why you test. This is simply why you test. What is our range right now? 6.4 is optimal. Maybe we can keep a range 7.5. That's going to help a little bit if we go a little bit further away. Or maybe just try to get transversal a bit better. Oh, we've not got the web on him. That's why we're getting some problems. We obviously need a web. Webbity web. It's now probably going to die to time if we don't do the other waves very quick. Let's move in the direction he's moving a little bit. Sort of moving like this, move this way. Yeah, getting some good shots now. We should have to match the velocity path. He's going to the side. We're going to the side now. Maybe no, he's going forward now. He's going. Let's go this way. Yeah, we're getting some good hits now. Another ghost over here. Come on, popped. So that was embarrassing. We're not using our web, but it's also because we're in the blue cloud. I think this is going a lot better now. Keep a range 7.5. It could be an option to keep some boosters. So synth, drop. This could be good to have. What's our range now? 9, so we can just keep range 10 kilometers. Synth drop. improves our tracking. So this could be a good booster to actually have. Could be a really good booster, in fact. These situations can be very deadly. Keep a range 10, not 15. We got to transfer conduit, in fact, snipe them on the way there. This wave should actually be pretty slow, quick because of just the low amount of HP on the grid, but just tracking makes everything completely different. It makes it so much more difficult. So the reason I initially didn't want to go into these blue clouds is just that I can't always rely on there being a blue cloud. Like, okay, there's a blue cloud here, but what if there's the same wave in not blue cloud? It may as well be in that situation. So that's why I prefer to, if I can help it, put myself in situations where it's a bit harder for me in the test server, just to get a better simulation of the worst case scenario. So you can see after those ghosts are down, everything else becomes a lot easier because we've got a lot better tracking situation going on. And that's where drones, increased tracking skills, and boosters would help. Just breaking those initial Damavics really helps, because you break one, then it's better tracking, and you break another one, it's even better tracking. It just becomes easier the more of them you take out. It's just that initial part you need to have as good tracking as you can get. Lock this guy up. Next wave. Let's go. Come on, Zealot. 8 minutes left. I wonder what we've got here. That's good. We tested out one of the waves I'm most worried about. This wave should be easy. Triglavian, generally speaking, we tank really good because of our insane thermal resist. Starving, go for Kikimora first just because he's a very high DPS wave. And then we can go for the Damas. Well, no, we'll go for the Triglavians just because they'll have strong remote armor pairs. Okay, it's web now. Conflagration. There we go. Okay, go for Triglavian now. He's also going to get his armor repaired over time, so that's why it's also good to go for him. Generally speaking, I like to avoid Damavics in the beginning because your DPS is not as effective. Less damage is going to hit, and then their remote reps are going to be at their highest, so just overall it's not going to be as effective. Take out the big stuff, the big remote repairs off the grid, then you can use your low effective DPS to its maximum potential at least, so you're not losing a bunch because of the remote reps. Then you can probably get through. Because it can very often be there's a lot of remote reps on grid, like we had before, not enough tracking, the small stuff, and just you're not getting it anywhere, just wasting so much time. Okay, Webify this guy, come on, web. There we go. There was a bit of a delay right there. You can just keep range to get perfect application, and we tanked just amazingly good against Triglavians. Look at the thermal resist we got right now. 88% just because of the reactive armor hardener and this one right here. I'm curious, how would our tank be if we didn't have this? Let's just check. How would our tank be without this? Because it would be very different. Because this provides a big bonus to Triglavians. It's thermal armor hardener. 75% now, you can see. But I think we can tank it still, even though we don't have it. Just not as comfortable. And we can make our way towards the transfer conduit. And that previous Damavic wave, it could have been much worse. It could have been even webs. Webs plus ghosts is not a good combination. It's so hard to get a good angle when you've got Webified, when you're Webified in place. Combine that with ghosts, you're not going to hit anything. Get some good hits now. This Damavic glances off. That was pretty high damage anyway, even though it was just glances off. Keep it range 10 kilometers. Grazing. Ah, I hate seeing the word grazing. A race against the clock. A race against the clock. Will the Zealot survive? All things considered. Triglavian again, okay. He might be able to survive. Let me get some pot shots at this Dama. Since he's getting so close. Before the remote reps come in range from the other guys. Just shining over here. So we'll see how's the tank right now, because he'll have a high amount of incoming DPS. Without the thermal armor hardies. Yeah, armor's going slightly down now. Before it was not even moving. Now it's slightly moving. But we're still tanky anyway. Still tanking with 50% thermal resist from the reactive armor hardener. The Kikimora right there is going to ramp up the pretty bad DPS, but I'm just curious. We'll just give about a tank test right here. Punishment test for the Zealot. Going up pretty quick, this Dracavac right here. Tanking as well, really good. Dracavacs don't do a whole lot of damage actually. Kikimoras have got a lot more damage potential if you have got like numbers of them. Dracavacs are more of DPS sinks or like tanks. They have a lot of HP and take a long time to kill, but not usually the highest amount of DPS. They can still do a lot of DPS if you get like good, if you let them hit you a lot. But if you have a full wave of Dracavacs versus a full wave of Kikimoras, the full Kikimora wave is gonna by far do more damage. Can lock this Kikimora up right here. I'll go to the Scorch actually. It's just about a minute left on the clock, but Zealot survives, luckily. Kikimora doesn't usually take much time to destroy. Popped. Survived just about. So, T3 Electrical Zealot for the T0 to 66 Abyss series found its weakness, which is exactly what I predicted, being mass dynamic waves combined with tracking disruptors, putting us in a situation where we're not able to track and having too much remote reps. Possible solutions: increase tracking skills, boosters, and also to keep range, because I was not keeping it at proper range. Also, a big one would be to get drones and get some decent drone skills, because then you could use the drones to at least take out a down bug or two, and it'll help so much in speeding up everything else. So drones, tracking skills, potentially boosters. I don't think the fit should be altered. The fit's fine, I think. It's going to be the same case, whichever tier filament we are at. So that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.